At our first visit, before we signed our contracts, we met some of the parents and many of the students. And Joe and I both decided at that point, hey, this is going to be a long-lasting friendship. We knew the school was just starting, and that to us was really an opportunity to find out education from the ground up. From the roots up, I should say. We spent a couple of evenings together, Joan and I and Dr. Mattern and Eleanor, Dr. Mattern's wife, talking about everything. And I could just feel that this was a relationship that was going to click and would have a good future experience. Not only did he have height, but he had demands on the height, high demands for teaching, for students, for education, and I think also a high degree of tolerance for exploration and education and learning. And that was a very attractive thing at the time. I think that she brought a lot into that school with her selection of books and her interest in students. For example, she knew all of you almost as well as I did. And that was the same way we used to have students in Greece at the American College who are now, of course, retiring, who still contact us. And when Joan passed away 5 years ago, as deeply affected as I was by her passing. Love students. The variety, of course, the openness for the most part of kids, and also in a way of finding closed areas that we developed to opening up in the individual student. And of course, Switzerland was ideal for that because of its size. I think the most impressive field trip that we took was 3 weeks in Israel, sponsored by the father of one of our students, and he was the head of El Al Airline for Europe. So we arranged to take Jill and I, and my mother was visiting, 10 boys, 10 girls to Israel. And we lived on the farms, kibbutz. We lived in a variety, went to private homes for religious days. And the culture, of course, is like, in a sense, the world, because there are so many different cultural Jewish people who live there. Beauty, I think, of both the land and the people where we met. And I think that we brought that, of course, not only back to the United States, but it enriched our feelings about that when we returned. And that's enriched our life quite a bit. In the same way that having taught in Zurich, because among the people that we commonly know, and I would say about 80 over the first 3 years, I've kept in contact with at least 45 or 50. And we always have done wonderful alumni gatherings, usually every 4 to 5 years, but among friends like ourselves here that live near the Bay Area, we do it at least once a year on New Year's Day. An important influence I've had upon them is being honest to themselves and having a set of human values that not only complements their lives, but the rich people around them too. And I think that's the most important part about teaching. As I said, I've always been so fond of history and cultural and diversity. And I think always the curiosity that no matter how much we've seen, there's so much more yet to be seen. I decided right now, at my point in life, right next year I'll be 90, I have decided I'm going to come back for a second term.